In this module, I want to briefly review the syllabus, talk about the purpose and structure of the course, discuss assessment, and then let you look through the Canvas site, the syllabus, and the resources on your own. As you can see at the top of the syllabus, we have my name, my email address, my Zoom office hours, the link to my Zoom office hours, as well as the physical location of my office, and a link to the YouTube page that I created for the 170 course. Let's start by talking a little bit about the course content and learning objectives. I list my own formulation of course outcomes and relate them to the standard GE critical thinking outcomes in the syllabus. Here I'm going to speak a little more informally. This course seeks to help every student improve their life for the rest of their life. How, you might ask, can a course improve your whole life? Well, this course is going to provide students with the knowledge and skills to function in life as competent, literate, critical thinkers and decision makers. 3 important themes are going to emerge during this course again and again. First, human reasoning and decision making has a strong innate component. That innate component limits the ability of critical thinking courses to alter or improve student performance. The second point, all reasoning strategies, both our native reasoning strategies and the reasoning strategies that we'll learn in this and other courses, involve trade-offs, resulting in strengths, things that they're good at, and weaknesses, things that they have difficulty with. Finally, the third important theme, by understanding the relationship between native and learned inference and decision strategies, their relative strengths and weaknesses, and the limits of one's own ability to adapt one's reasoning and decision strategies to circumstances, students can gain a greater insight into both the importance of critical thinking and into the challenges involved in executing critical thinking. Thus, we will learn about how humans naturally gather information, as well as how humans make inferences and how humans make decisions. We will learn about the strengths of those native processes as well as their limitations. We'll introduce alternative processes and infrastructure created during the last 2,000 plus years for gathering information as well as for making and evaluating inferences and making and evaluating decisions. These alternative processes and structures have a different benefits to cost profile. They represent a different and oftentimes more effective approach to gathering information or to making inferences or making decisions. Once we understand how integrating these insights helps to make us competent and literate critical thinkers, we become better prepared to navigate the world. As I've noted previously in this orientation, our class relies on 2 texts. Most of the class uses chapters that I have written and that I provide to students free of charge. However, those sections of the class for which I have not yet completed chapters still rely upon sections from the Hurley textbook. I've included pictures here of various editions so that you can go and find a used copy of the Hurley textbook so that you don't have to pay nearly so much money. Let's turn our attention to the assessment plan. I base the course grades exclusively upon 6 tests covering the material in the course readings and lectures. 60% of your overall course grade is going to come from these 6 tests. Each test will contribute 10% of your overall course grade. There are 15 weekly homework quizzes, and together they contribute 35% of your overall course grade. The last 5% of that course grade is based on, in quotes, participation. So that will be based on the percentage of the weekly quizzes that you turn in during the course of the term. So you can get 5% of your course grade just by turning in all of the weekly quizzes. In addition, students can elect to take an optional extra credit quiz corresponding to every weekly quiz and every test. I add the points earned on the extra credit quizzes to the raw scores for the corresponding assignments. Students can also take an optional extra credit midterm and an optional extra credit final. Now, I administer all of the homework assignments and tests through Canvas. Assignments become available on the Sunday prior to their due date, and they become due on the following Saturday by 11:59 p.m. I adhere to the university policy on absences and withdrawals, and I assign grades based on a straight percentage grading scheme. 100 to 90 gets an A, 89 to 80 gets a B, 79 to 70 gets a C, 69 to 60 a D, and below 60 gets an F. Again, I strongly recommend that students try to complete all of the extra credit quizzes and try to take those quizzes before taking the required quizzes or tests. I also strongly recommend that students read and adhere to the AI and academic integrity policies on the syllabus. I want to take a moment to emphasize that this is an online-only asynchronous class. I try to provide a rich trove of resources and a clear, regular structure for the course. However, students must apply themselves consistently throughout the course, reading each week, watching lectures each week, taking quizzes and tests each week. If you do not apply yourself to the course consistently throughout the term, you will run into problems. This course is pretty difficult. It covers lots of information at a relatively quick pace. As a result, it's easy to stumble and fall behind. I do my best to help and to support students, but unfortunately, I find that I have to fail some students every term. When I fail students, it's almost always because they are not doing the required assignments. So think about your schedule, think about your work habits, and make sure that this course fits you. We have no in-person meetings. I do office hours and reviews over Zoom, but you're going to be largely relying upon yourself. However, you can communicate with me by coming to my Zoom or to my physical office hours, or by sending me an email. And I strongly encourage you to do so. Like the texts and the lectures and the Canvas site, I consider myself to be a resource for students. I encourage you to work with me to help you realize your goals for this course. And I hope that the course provides a valuable and interesting platform for you. Have a great first week.